It's a B-List Daily from Spectrum Healthcare Partner Studios across the MBR radio network on Sportstime Maine AM 780 on your radio dial. We're now joined by Michael Hoffer from The Forecaster. Look forward to tonight with the Deering Rams coming to town. Ben Onek and the Rams currently sitting at 5-1, heading up to Oxford Hills tonight.
Well, you said it. I mean, Ben Onek might be the most dominant individual player, and certainly physically, he's just it's such an imposing matchup. And he can do a little of everything. I mean, he's almost impossible to stop down low, and he also can step out and make shots. And, the thing is, it's how well can Deering's supporting cast come along as the season goes. And, we saw Deering at Portland, their one loss, and Portland, of course, has been their nemesis now for several years. And Portland used Pedro Fonseca, one of their bigger, stronger kids, but he still gave up 5-6 inches to Onek. And he did a pretty good job limiting him. But, you really need someone to play him physical and have someone that's really athletic try to slow him down, because he's such a matchup nightmare, such a talent inside and out. And now it's just a question if Deering can get some other kids to consistently step up. I think that they'll all of a sudden shoot their way toward the top of that region. I think right now they're kind of viewed as one of the teams in the middle. Wyndham got so much publicity coming into the year. There's been a lot of talk about Oxford Hills and Edward Little, even Bangor now is running there. But I think Deering has the potential, presuming some of these other kids come along, that they're going to be tough. And you'll get a sense of that, I think, when you see them tonight. But Ben Onek, certainly someone, he justifies the hype. He's a lot of fun to watch.
What is it that Portland does that Deering just can't match up with? Is this like one of those scenarios? Like, I don't know. I always go back to 1994 when the Browns lost to the Steelers 3 times in 1 year. They just didn't quite match up, and it never seemed to go their way. And sometimes that just happens with teams. You see it all the time. Is that what it is, or is it just bad matchups, or?
Well, I think for a couple of years the teams were pretty even in talent. I think last year and this year Portland probably has a fairly decided talent edge, and it's just a mental thing. I mean, these Portland kids, every time they play, they know they're going to beat Deering. The last few years, it's been a case of Portland jumps out to an early lead and never looks back. This year's game was interesting because Deering hung right with them in the first half, and you would have thought that was going to give them a lot of confidence going into the second half, and then Portland just flipped the switch and went on and won by 20 anyway. So, you got Teron Moss and Griffin Foley and, some of the kids from the last couple of years that were so good and so used to winning championships and playing in big games, and I think that gave Portland a decided edge. Right now, while Deering has Onek, who's as good as anybody individually, Portland has still more depth, more big game experience, and I think that they just have a chip on their shoulder that they're not going to be the group of kids that loses to their rival. They've won, I think, 13 in a row now over Deering, and that they're bound and determined to keep that going on their watch. So that's really been the biggest difference that I've seen.
Another question I had for you was Chevrolet. Chevrolet currently, I was looking at the heel points today. Heel points standing. Chevrolet currently in the playoffs. Oxford Hills on the outside looking in. Chevrolet looking good for that top 6.
Yeah, I think and they've been very competitive. Even some of their losses, they lost to TA by a point the other night. I mean, they've been in games. They don't have a Jack Cassell type, star player that they've had in many other years, and certainly last year, where Cassell carried them deep into the season and into the tournament and almost sprung an upset in the quarterfinals. So they've got some other, some glue guys that are good for 10, 12, 15 points here and there. And it's just a case of, they're really a team that needs to play as a team and play strong defense and make shots when they can and not turn the ball over. And, they need to rely on their guile as much as their talent. Yeah, I mean, I can easily see them, finish 500 a little bit over, and I would think that would be enough to get them in. And they're another team that I think is going to steadily improve, even though no one's really talking about them.
Michael Hoffer from The Forecaster joins us each and every Friday. He talks about sports from the southern part of the state. Michael, thank you very much. I'm going to jump over now and talk to Coach Graffam. No Patriots pick this week because it's a bye week. So
no, we'll save that for next week. We don't even know if they're playing yet. So all I know is I hope it's the Titans or Bills. That's my tease.
Amen. Amen, and I agree. All right, we'll talk to you soon, Michael. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. That is Michael Hoffer from The Forecaster. Follow him on Twitter for sports.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All play on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Winter People Athletics creates custom athletic apparel, including team uniforms and spirit wear. They support team sports programs by offering a variety of clothing and other merchandise which can be personalized with team logos, player numbers and names, and various other options. They can also provide innovative custom screen printing and embroidered apparel to create fun and engaging fan and booster items to sell for your team fundraising efforts. Call Steve Haynes, Athletic Apparel Consultant, at 207-869-6019 or online at winterpeople.com.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Showed us the invoice of the car, took $1,000 off, showed us all the rebates. Everything was full disclosure. No other dealer would do that for us. I have had at least 5 that said that, almost verbatim.
Why don't you say that? There's nothing to hide in the commercials. I mean, it's all out there.
What's the website, Amber?
YankeeFord.com.
Marty?
YankeeFord.com.
Jay?
YankeeFord.com.
Bert?
YankeeFord.com.
I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure what the website is. I'm not getting it.
YankeeFord.com.
Yeah, sure. That might be it. Plus oil changes for as long as you own your car. Maine State inspections for as long as you own the car.
I think if you go to the website, the point is that we're going to have the lowest price in the market.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay you more for your used car. And when you come in here, we're going to pull the invoice and show you the cost. We're going to show you the rebates. We're going to be completely full disclosure.
Yeah.
Go ask the competitors to do that. They won't do it. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, there's no fine print at Yankee Ford. What was that website again?
YankeeFord.com.
Right.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a copy shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered your calls 24/7, 365 days per year. Call now and talk to someone who cares. Get connected with programs for teens, men, women, LGBT, vets, or faith-based. Call 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166. Most insurance covers substance abuse, and you may have zero out-of-pocket costs. Call now for a free assessment. Find treatment that fits you or your loved one best, including teens and faith-based options that use proven gentle recovery techniques.
Yankee Ford in South Portland wants to wish all customers a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season, and to thank you for an unbelievable 2017. How does Yankee Ford in South Portland keep delivering new Ford vehicles at the lowest prices with the highest trade-in values? By letting you keep all the rebates and cutting out layers of management. You deal directly with the owner. Yankee Ford has sold more new Fords than any other dealer in Maine for one reason: full disclosure. Ask the competition to show you the invoice. They won't. Yankee Ford will, and then take $1,000 off that price. Just over the Casco Bay Bridge in South Portland. Online 24/7 at YankeeFord.com.
From the front office staff to the medical technicians and the doctors, we're all playing on the same team. Discover Spectrum Healthcare Partners. and the power of integrated specialty care.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal. We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who will get the IRS off your back.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
Call Tax Solutions now. Time is running out. Call 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661.
From the front office staff to the medical technicians and the doctors, we're all playing on the same team. Discover Spectrum Healthcare Partners and the power of integrated specialty care.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a copy shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
Showed us the invoice of the car, took $1,000 off, showed us all the rebates. Everything was full disclosure. No other dealer would do that for us. I have had at least 5 that said that, almost verbatim.
Why don't you say that? There's nothing to hide in the commercials. I mean, it's all out there.
What's the website, Amber?
YankeeFord.com.
Marty?
YankeeFord.com.
Jay?
YankeeFord.com.
Burke?
YankeeFord.com.
I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure what the website is. I'm not getting it.
YankeeFord.com.
Yeah, sure. That might be it. Plus oil changes for as long as you own your car. Maine state inspections for as long as you own the car.
I think if you go to the website, the point is that we're going to have the lowest price in the market.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay you more for your used car. And when you come in here, we're going to pull the invoice and show you the cost. We're going to show you the rebates. We're going to be completely full disclosure.
Yeah.
Go ask the competitors to do that. They won't do it. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, there's no fine print at Yankee Ford. What was their website again?
YankeeFord.com.
Right.
Now we're joined by Oxford Hills head basketball coach, boys varsity basketball coach Scott Graffam. You finally over whatever it was you had there? You finally Christmas flu or whatever it was? Is that you good now?
Yeah, about 16 days, and I got over it. And because since I got over it, we haven't won a game. But that might tell you something. But,
maybe you should get sick again. You know?
Yeah, I'm going to have to try that. So.
Just
anyway, we're hanging in there.
That's good. That's good. That's always good news. Let's talk a little bit about your squad. How have they looked so far, and what are some things you're liking, and what are some things you really want to see improve here as we kind of get into that second half of the season after Christmas break?
Well, one of the things we found is that we have to shoot the ball out to have any success, and we're constant defensively. We play really, really hard, and we're really good defensively, but we have these spells where we don't score. So we've got to figure out what to do when we get into those spells, whether we run set plays or hold the ball or do something. I'm very pleased with our defensive rebounding and our defense, obviously. But we really we lost 30 points from last year. We're still struggling to figure out how to replace those points.
Talking with Coach Graffam of the Oxford Hills Vikings, taking on Deering tonight.
Coach, do you expect anything different from Deering? I mean, are they a man-to-man team? Do they play a zone? What are you expecting?
Well, I've seen them play a couple times, and we've played them in the last 2 years in the tournament and in the regular season.
So I don't expect a lot different. They're physical. They're big. They're physical. They're going to play full court zone press, full court man press, and they'll fall back into a 2-3. A lot of the times they play 2-3. They may figure that they don't have to do that against us. I don't know. I'm planning on them playing zone against us and trying to pressure us and make us turn the ball over. So we'll see how we handle that and see how we attack the zone. If we no matter what you run for a zone offense, if you don't shoot it, it's not going to be successful.
Sure.
Talking with Coach Scott Graffam in advance of tonight's game against Deering. How do you shut down a guy like Onik?
Well, you really don't. He's so big and physical that, and he's left-handed, so he kind of has an advantage there. We've talked a lot about him. Last year, he didn't shoot the ball as well, and we were able to play some zone against him and hold him down. But this year, he's really worked on his game, and he's had a couple games where he's hit 3 or 4 threes in the game. So, I'm not sure how successful the zone's going to be. We're going to try to take away his left hand, and we're still going to try to make him a jump shooter because we think he's more dangerous in the bucket. It's contained, not shut down. That's for sure.
Talking with Coach Scott Graffam. What'd you guys do over the Christmas week? Did you have any tourneys to play in? Get any good experience out of that?
Yeah, we played a regular season game against Freiburg, and then we went up to the Augusta Civic Center and played in the Gold Rush summer camp that we go to. Bruce Hunt and Dave Poulin put together a Christmas tournament and get sponsors, and we had won that last year, so we were invited back as the number 1 seed this year, and we were fortunate enough to beat Madomic and to beat Maslowski to win that championship again. Which was a good experience for us, and we had some great marks there. And then, of course, we before vacation ended, we played South Poland up here in a tough loss by us, and then on Tuesday we went to Bangor with another tough loss.
How was the Bangor trip? Nice slow ride up there. Nice fun ride.
Oh yeah, 2.5 hours. Up the highway. It's a beautiful country. Couple bald eagle nests on the side.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's kind of nice.
See, when I was at Skowhegan, Graf, I used to say, you got to shave before we get to Oxford Hills. It's that kind of a ride,
Absolutely. You got to have a pit stop.
That's right. So would you say then that the holiday tournament helped you? And are those full games, or are they different kind of time? What's the makeup of the tournament?
I think the holiday tournaments help because you get a chance to play some kids that don't get to play. It's good for morale. I think as far as all the players on the team, because as a coach, you got to worry about all of your players. As a parent,
Sure.
You only worry about your kid. But
right.
As a coach, you got to worry about all of them, and they all want to play. So having those tournament games that don't mean anything really help a lot. So.
I said I went to Brewer High School and played for Larry Shiner, and we started the season my senior year not very good, and ended up going to Mount Desert Island for a tournament. I think we played St. Louis when they were still in business, and so on and so forth, and won the tournament, and it turned our season around. I just think that
happened.
We learned how to relax and have fun and play hard, and we found a couple players that, like you said, you put them in, and suddenly we were like, whoa, we maybe should be playing more, that kind of thing, and suddenly we were one of the teams to beat the second half of the season, and I wouldn't have believed it after our first 5 games.
Yeah, that happened. Now, are you claiming that you were a player, or you were a manager?
Here's my part of the story. My senior year, we went to Presque Isle. I played the entire game. We pressed all over the court. We scored 99 points. I never scored a point. So what does that tell you?
That is awesome. That's a great stat.
Isn't it a great stat? Yes.
If you scored 1 point, they'd have got 100.
Yeah, that's
For God's
right.
sake.
No, 1 point. Listen, Coach Shiner used to say, you're my defensive specialist. I looked at myself like, you're all 5'8" of me. Thank you. So we played Jock McKernan when he was at Bangor. He was a year ahead of me at school.
Right.
Because he's 6'3" and a guard, left-handed guard.
Yeah, he was a good player.
So he says, you got McKernan. I'm looking up at McKernan thinking, yeah, right. So, of course, I'm thinking, okay, so I'll deny him the ball all over the court. Well, the first half, he didn't do anything. And I'm thinking, this guy isn't so tough. Yeah. It wasn't Red Berry's first game.
No.
They came out in the second half. He had me down the low post. They just kept looping it into him. He just kept taking a little baby left-hand hook. Yeah. The amount of points he scored in the second half, the scoreboard wasn't big enough. I can tell you that. So.
I get it.
Wing, thank you very much for that. That was good. I didn't know Jock McKern was such a good basketball player.
Yeah, he was a very good
him Jock.
He was a very good basketball player.
That was good. Scott Graffam is the head basketball coach of the Oxford Hills boys varsity squad. They're in action tonight on the Ox 96.9 AM 1450, Sports Time Maine AM 780, and video stream at MBRradio.com. You can subscribe to MBR Sport on YouTube. Get notified as soon as we go live. Coach, good luck tonight, and we'll see you there.
Thank you much.
Hey, good luck, Coach.
Yeah.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Winter People Athletics creates custom athletic apparel, including team uniforms and spirit wear. They support team sports programs by offering a variety of clothing and other merchandise which can be personalized with team logos, player numbers, and names, and various other options. They can also provide innovative custom screen printing and embroidered apparel to create fun and engaging fan and booster items to sell for your team fundraising efforts. Call Steve Haynes, athletic apparel consultant, at 207-869-6019 or online at winterpeople.com.
All aboard MBR.org, the place to get all your high school and amateur sports news and information. MBR.org is in high gear with Maine high school winter sports. Go to MBR.org to chat about your favorite team. Find the latest articles, travel news, and cancellations. Or visit their all-new and very popular team pages. MBR.org has everything you want to know about high school and amateur sports in Maine. Coming in February, all the high school tournament action at your fingertips 24/7. It's high school sports heaven. All aboard MBR.org.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a copy shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered your calls 24/7, 365 days per year. Call now and talk to someone who cares. Get connected with programs for teens, men, women, LGBT, vets, or faith-based. Call 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166. Most insurance covers substance abuse, and you may have zero out-of-pocket costs. Call now for a free assessment. Find treatment that fits you or your loved one best, including teens and faith-based options that use proven gentle recovery techniques. You can get back on track. Call 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166.
Yankee Ford in South Portland wants to wish all customers a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season, and to thank you for an unbelievable 2017. How does Yankee Ford in South Portland keep delivering new Ford vehicles at the lowest prices with the highest trade-in values? By letting you keep all the rebates and cutting out layers of management. You deal directly with the owner. Yankee Ford has sold more new Fords than any other dealer in Maine for one reason: full disclosure. Ask the competition to show you the invoice. They won't. Yankee Ford will, and then take $1,000 off that price. Just over the Casco Bay Bridge in South Portland. Online 24/7 at yankeeford.com.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center, Central Maine Orthopedics, OA Centers for Orthopedics, all playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Winter People Athletics creates custom athletic apparel, including team uniforms and spirit wear. They support team sports programs by offering a variety of clothing and other merchandise which can be personalized with team logos, player numbers, and names, and various other options. They can also provide innovative custom screen printing and embroidered apparel to create fun and engaging fan and booster items to sell for your team fundraising efforts. Call Steve Haynes, Athletic Apparel Consultant, at 207-869-6019 or online at winterpeople.com.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal. We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who will get the IRS off your back.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
Call Tax Solutions now. Time is running out. Call 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661.
Welcome in. Oxford Hills, Deering, boys basketball action from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth on MBR Radio. It's the MBR Game of the Week. Subscribe to MBR Sport on YouTube. Get notified as soon as we go live on the video stream. On the radio side of things, it's the CMCC Hammond Limerick Game of the Week on 96.9 AM 1450 and Sports Time Maine AM 780 worldwide or on demand audio at MBRradio.com. Matt Outwell, Nick Perry with you here high above courtside. We will take a break and we will come back with more. We are just into the pregame. If you missed the interviews that we had with Michael Hoffer from the Forecaster previewing the Deering game, or Coach Graffam, you can go ahead and hit rewind on your YouTube right now and listen to those, because we've got about 11 minutes until tip-off here from Oxford Hills. Vikings, Deering coming up here on MBR. We'll be right back.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Showed us the invoice of the car, took $1,000 off, showed us all the rebates. Everything was full disclosure. No other dealer would do that for us. I have had at least 5 that said that, almost verbatim.
Why don't you say that?
There's nothing to hide in the commercials. I mean, it's all out there.
What's the website, Amber?
YankeeFord.com.
Marty?
YankeeFord.com.
Jay?
YankeeFord.com.
Bert?
YankeeFord.com.
I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure what the website is. I'm not getting it.
YankeeFord.com.
Yeah,
sure.
that might be it. Plus oil changes for as long as you own your car. Maine state inspections for as long as you own the car.
I think if you go to the website, the point is that we're going to have the lowest price in the market.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay you more for your used car. And when you come in here, we're going to pull the invoice and show you the cost. We're going to show you the rebates. We're going to be completely full disclosure.
Yeah.
Go ask the competitors to do that. They won't do it. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, there's no fine print at Yankee Ford. What was that website again?
YankeeFord.com.
Right.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal. We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who will get the IRS off your back.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
Call Tax Solutions now. Time is running out. Call 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a coffee shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
From the front office staff to the medical technicians and the doctors, we're all playing on the same team. Discover Spectrum Healthcare Partners and the power of integrated specialty care.
Showed us the invoice of the car, took $1,000 off, showed us all the rebates. Everything was full disclosure. No other dealer would do that for us. I have had at least 5 that said that, almost verbatim.
Why don't you say that? There's nothing to hide in the commercials. I mean, it's all out there.
What's the website, Amber?
YankeeFord.com.
Marty?
YankeeFord.com.
Jay?
YankeeFord.com.
Bert?
YankeeFord.com.
I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure what the website is. I'm not getting it.
YankeeFord.com.
Yeah, sure. That might be it. Plus oil changes for as long as you own your car. Maine state inspections for as long as you own the car.
I think if you go to the website, the point is that we're going to have the lowest price in the market.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay you more for your used car. And when you come in here, we're going to pull the invoice and show you the cost. We're going to show you the rebates. We're going to be completely full disclosure.
Yeah.
Go ask the competitors to do that. They won't do it. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, there's no fine print at Yankee Ford. What was that website again?
YankeeFord.com.
Right.
Winter People Athletics creates custom athletic apparel, including team uniforms and spirit wear. They support team sports programs by offering a variety of clothing and other merchandise which can be personalized with team logos, player numbers and names, and various other options. They can also provide innovative custom screen printing and embroidered apparel to create fun and engaging fan and booster items to sell for your team fundraising efforts. Call Steve Haynes, athletic apparel consultant, at 207-869-6019 or online at winterpeople.com.
All aboard MBR.org, the place to get all your high school and amateur sports news and information. MBR.org is in high gear with Maine high school winter sports. Go to MBR.org to chat about your favorite team. Find the latest articles, travel news, and cancellations. Or visit their all-new and very popular team pages. MBR.org has everything you want to know about high school and amateur sports in Maine. Coming in February, all the high school tournament action at your fingertips 24/7. It's high school sports heaven. All aboard MBR.org.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Welcome back. It is the MBR Game of the Week from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. On the radio side of things, on the old radio side of things, it is the Central Maine Community College Hannah-Limburg Game of the Week. Your video stream broadcast brought to you in part by our friends at USM Summer Camps. Go to usm.maine.edu and search Summer Camp Schedule now, and you will be ready to go.
It doesn't feel like summer.
Ready to go this summer. I know. It doesn't, does it?
It does not feel like summer at all.
No, it doesn't. Not even a little. You were on one, we decided, right?
Yes, I am number one.
Now we're good. Now you're number one.
I am number one in your heart.
All right, number one in the heart, number one in your mind. So we're ready to go. Oxford Hills and Deering. Deering, of course, is the 5-1 team in this one. Oxford Hills on the outside looking in right now on the Gill Point things.
They need a quality win against a AA opponent.
They do need a problem. They really do. They got to get those Gill points straightened out. They came real close last Saturday against South Portland, but yeah, they really need to get that rolling. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. We're about 3.5 minutes away from tip-off here. It is the MBR Game of the Week.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
From the front office staff to the medical technicians and the doctors, we're all playing on the same team. Discover Spectrum Healthcare Partners and the power of integrated specialty care.
All aboard MBR.org, the place to get all your high school and amateur sports news and information. MBR.org is in high gear with Maine high school winter sports. Go to MBR.org to chat about your favorite team. Find the latest articles, travel news, and cancellations, or visit their all-new and very popular team pages. MBR.org has everything you want to know about high school and amateur sports in Maine. Coming in February, all the high school tournament action at your fingertips 24/7. It's high school sports heaven. All aboard MBR.org.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a copy shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know
know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal. We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who will get the IRS off your back.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
Call Tax Solutions now. Time is running out. Call 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661. 800-399-4661.
Tonight's boys basketball matchup. Members of the GOTW, thank you for your support of our schools, our parents, and our student athletes. The administrators of the GOTW are committed to the promotion of sportsmanship. It's the responsibility of all in attendance to respect the opposing fans, officials, coaches, and athletes. Their mission of forging a triple strength desire for contest not to verbally abuse others. Please do not behave in a manner that will draw attention away from the court. Again, your support is truly appreciated. Best of luck to both teams tonight. Now the starting lineup for the Darien High School Mariners. Number 2, Caleb Dorado. Number 13, Ricky Despacho. Number 20, Donald Maine. Number 23, Mike Rainbow. And number 24, Ben Owen. The head coach for the Rams is Scott Wynn. Assistant coach is Tim Miller. Now, the starting lineup for the Vikings.
Born ready. All right, you are number one, right?
I am number one.
You're
yes.
number one. You're number one. I'm number two. Okay.
Uno.
I'll never understand why we always sit opposite on this stuff.
Uno dos. I didn't set it up though, so I mean.
That happened. No,
I'm blaming the guy who set it up.
I wish you would blame me. I really would. I really wish you would. Matt Boutwell, Nick Perry with you here. You heard the starters. We're about ready to get going. Deering and Oxford Hills. It's the MBR Game of the Week from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Tip is up, underway, and we are underway. It is won by Oxford Hills. St. Pierre gets it over to Strong. Strong over to Lukska. He takes a couple of dribbles. Over to Strong. Of course, if you're listening on the radio side of things, it's the CMCC Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on 96.90 and 1450 The Mighty Knox and Sports Time, Maine. Strong gets it down low. Beautiful pass, but can't get the finish. Colton Carson was so wide open he didn't know what to do, Nick.
Missed the money there. Saw like 3 or 4 of those in the South Portland game. Got to come up with those against the tough opponents.
Nice steal there. Good defensive play by Strong. Strong with a strong move. Can't get it to go. Carson has a rebound, but they're going to call a jump ball there. Taken away by number 13, Ricky Despacho. And the 5-1 Deering Rams will get the basketball. No score. 7:19 remaining here in the first quarter.
Our first jump ball, 41 seconds in.
Happens. You know, what are you going to do? Onik drives in. Can't get it to go. Shot is missed. Keniston gets it.
Keniston is big for them against Ben Onik down low.
Keniston down low to Carson. Over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre from deep. Can't get it to go. Carson with the offensive rebound.
St. Pierre not afraid to shoot the 3.
And that one is going to go out of bounds. It'll be Deering basketball.
Got a nice student section over here for the Vikings tonight. Must be Friday.
Gotta be Friday, right? Has to be Friday. Nice pass down low. That's Despacho, and he's going to get called for the offensive foul.
Just another example of, Keniston getting in the right position. He seems to be always in the right position. He's just going to avoid the foul trouble this game. And by foul trouble, I mean the early foul trouble.
Carson with a nice strong move to the basket. He's going to get it up and in. We got our first 2 points of the game. Oxford Hills leads 2-0. Deering works it around the perimeter. Looking to get it down low to Randall, who is on the block. That's going to be a handoff to Delano. Delano looks to get it to Onik. Onik being guarded by Luska. Not the easiest matchup for Yannick.
He's quick, though.
Very quick. Got that Marcus Smartest sort of thing where he's giving up the height, but he's got all that. He's got all that quickness. And that one for 2, and we're tied at 2.
Very Ben Simmons-like right there.
Looking to break the press. Carson with it. Lukska loses it, and Onik's going to come up with it. That shot is going to rattle in and out. Despacho for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound Carson. Back the other way comes Strong. 5:10 remaining in the first quarter. We're tied at 2 between Oxford Hills and Deering. Strong with a strong dribble over to Lukska, over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre swing pass to Strong. Strong out at the 3-point line extended, looking to get it to Carson. Carson in the block, being guarded by Onik. That ought to be a good matchup. Carson outside now, thought about shooting it. Said he's going to put it on the floor. Doesn't like what he sees, gets double teamed, kicks it back up to Lukska. Strong with the basketball. 3-pointer, no good. Keniston's going to get called for the over the back. And that'll be an Oxford Hills foul with 4:42 remaining in the first quarter, tied at 2.
Yeah, just didn't have the position there. I mean, you love the hustle, but got to be smart about the fouls. We were talking about the press earlier, Maddie, and against South Portland, they swapped about midway through the third quarter, and the full court press really put Oxford Hills at a disadvantage for a while.
They get it down low to Onik. It's tapped around, and he is going to lose it out of bounds. He wasn't able to get the handle. Turnover. 2-2, 4:30 remaining here in the first quarter.
You said 2-2.
Not even Dos, if you will.
Dos Equis.
4:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Strong with the basketball over to Carson. Carson with the left hand, drives on the block. Can't quite get it to go. Spins up, no good. Luke's here with a rebound, no good. That's going to go out of bounds, and that was going to go off of Junior Butera, who just came into the ball game. Emphatic call, calling it a Deering basketball. 4:13 remaining.
Passion. The passion is everywhere tonight.
It is.
Even in the referees. Interesting that Onyx out. Quick rest, I guess.
Quick breather. We got a new clock tonight. I got to remember to pause that and start it as it's supposed to go. 3:53 remaining in the first quarter. We're tied at 2. Deering working the ball around the perimeter, looking to get it down low to Butera. He's being guarded down there by Ajayi. And that pass is going to be kicked by St. Pierre. 3:41 remaining here in the first quarter.
Deering really looking to get the ball down into the post. It's number 30, Junior Butera, trying to get it to him. I haven't seen Onik in the paint much on offense. He's been more out around the top of the key.
Onik is he can work inside outside at this point. If you get to see the MBR All-Star Weekend player profile about him, it was really, really well done. Check that out on MBR's Facebook page. That pass is taken away by Chris St. Pierre. Oxford Hills tied at 2. 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. Into the corner, St. Pierre can't get it to go, and then he's going to get fouled trying to get it in and get it back from Daryl Germain.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't look comfortable yet. That's his specialty, the three-point shot.
Doesn't really seem like anybody's comfortable yet. Tied it too early.
Onyx back in for Deering. Looks like that's the only substitution for them.
Onik with a left hand. Off to Germain. Into the corner. Delano. Shot. No good. Rebound. Carson. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Tied at 2. Into the ball game is Garrett Record. Lukska. Into the paint. Crossover. Ajayi. Ajayi snags it out of the air. Back up top to Strong, and Strong's going to reset the offense with 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. Low-scoring first quarter. We're tied at 2 between Deering and Oxford Hills. Strong over to Carson. And plenty of offensive opportunities in this one, just no buckets so far. Todd Wing, the head coach of Deering, 1,000-point scorer at Telstar, which is right up the road from here. Carson tries to take a Euro step. Ajayi with a floater, can't get it to go, taps it out. That's going to be Lukska for 3, no good. Rebound, Onik. Onik will push it up the other way. 2:16 remaining in the quarter. He kicks it back over to Germain, and Deering will reset.
Got to be a cover on the hoop right now. Both teams, really.
Deering works it around the perimeter. That'll be Delano with it up at the top. Over to Onik. Onik, jumper, hits it.
Smooth lefty.
Deering with a 4-2 lead. Then you're going to get a foul called on the inbounds play with 1:49 remaining in the first quarter. Wholesale changes here for the Oxford Hills Vikings. Keniston in the ball game. Hunter Labossiere in the ball game. Chris St. Pierre back in the ball game. Also into the ball game, Max Morione for Deering.
I can't imagine Ben Onik gets many shots blocked as good as he is getting up for that jump shot. Plus, he's left-handed.
Yes, left-handers in high school basketball tend to get things going pretty well, right?
Absolutely.
Into the paint, and Ajayi can't find the handle. His Record tried to get it off. But Ajayi could not find the handle.
Delano, the quarterback for Deering, for the football team as well?
Believe so. I didn't get to see a Deering game live this year, unfortunately.
Pretty sure he was the one that I called earlier.
4-2, Deering with the lead. 1:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Going to have a foul on the floor here. 4-2.
I think they're going to give it to Record. And they do.
That'll be 3 team fouls on Oxford Hills. 2 on Deering. 1:20 remaining. Inbounded. St. Pierre gets his hand on it. Then it'll go out of bounds with 1:18 remaining in the first quarter. Deering will have to inbound Almost near the Oxford Hill student section.
St. Pierre playing a little defensive back there. They're running your Celtics right now.
They are.
Boston.
But are they running the Doc Rivers Celtics, or, you never quite know.
I don't know. I like this year's Celtics. They're fun to watch.
I agree. Deering working it around, and another outside foul called. Terry Ricker on the call there. Minute 6 remaining in the quarter.
I'm impressed. It's only 2 points on the board for Oxford Hills, but Coach Graffam is still in his chair.
Into the corner, Onik is going to get fouled with 57.2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
They're going to give it a
2, and he's going to get a 2-shot.
I think he's going to get a 3, Matty.
Really? He was outside the line. I thought his left foot was on the line.
Was it?
Apparently not.
Can we go to replay, please?
We cannot go to replay.
I do know they gave the foul to Dietrich, if that matters for those keeping score at home. Good crowd tonight.
Very good crowd tonight. Onik's shot is no good. 1 of 2 free throws down.
Onik has all 5 points for Deering so far.
Someone was voicing their displeasure.
It's 2 shots.
Yeah.
This is math class.
That happens. Approaching 50 seconds remaining here in the quarter. St. Pierre puts it on the floor. Quick jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Jermaine. He's going to pass it up ahead. Onik dribbles it out of bounds off his leg. Approaching 35 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. It's 6-2, Deering with the lead over Oxford Hills.
Yannick got back pretty well on defense there, but the pass seemed to go right through his hands.
The CMCC Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on the radio side of things. 96.9 AM 1450 The Mighty Ox. Sports Sun Maine AM 780. That one goes out of bounds with 26 seconds remaining.
Fast first quarter.
And then you get a foul there on the floor with 21 seconds remaining. And that'll be a Deering foul. And Coach Graffam unenthused with that one.
I think they're going to call it on Carson.
That will be Carson. That'll be 6 fouls on the Vikings here in the first quarter. That's going to put Deering in the bonus pretty quickly. Last thing you want to do against a good team is give them a bunch of free throws. 6-2 Deering, as though they need the help. 10 seconds remaining. Look to get it to Onik in the corner. He's being guarded by Record. Now you got Bushiri with it. Onik dribbles it, loses it. 1 second. Turnaround. No good. End of one quarter of play. 6-2. Deering with the lead. We'll be right back. It's the MBR Game of the Week from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. On the radio side of things, CMCC Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on 96.9 AM 1450 The Mighty Ox and Sports Time Maine AM 780. We'll be right back in less than a minute.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All play on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Welcome back. As the MBR Game of the Week from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. A reminder, the USM summer camps are now available to be signed up for. Go to usm.maine.edu and search summer camp schedule now. That's usm.maine.edu. Search summer camp schedule now. On the radio side of things, CMCC Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on the Ox, 96.9 AM 1450, and on Sports Time Maine, AM 780. Oxford Hills trails Deering by a score of 6-2, and Ben Onik with a steal here to start the second quarter. Onik drives up off the glass, can't get it to go. He puts it in off the rebound, and it is now 8-2 Deering.
It is Ben Onik 8, Oxford Hills 2. All the points for Deering so far.
Happens. Lukska. Down low to Carson. Carson bounces it back. Back over to Strong. Now Carson has it back up at the top of the key. And now you get a travel called on Carson. He's like, I didn't move my pivot foot. And the official's like, no, I'm pretty sure you did.
Just a little bit of slide right there.
Just a little. Electric slide, perhaps?
You never know. Complete double team on the inside against Onik.
As they should. Now they're going to get it down low to Randall.
Good block, Keniston.
Keniston with a nice block. Good defensive play. Oxford Hills are going to have to play defense to get into this one. Very Celtic sort of play here. Lukska drives in. Nice drive. Off the glass. Can't get it to go. Their bunnies are not that fuzzy this evening.
And
Deering turns it over, however, as they can't quite keep their balance inbounds. So it'll be Oxford Hills basketball, 8-2 Deering. Carson on the block. And can't get it to go. Keniston with the offensive rebound. He brings it up, can't get it to go, and he's going to get fouled. 6:44 remaining in the first quarter. In the second quarter, and it's 8-2 Deering. Keniston with a chance to get more points on the board for Oxford Hills.
I don't know who they called that foul on.
That was on number 23, Michael Randall.
Oh, he gave up the 4, so I thought it was someone else, but there's no 4. Keniston missed the first one.
Still 8-2 Deering with 6:44 remaining in the quarter. Hits the second. Jermaine's going to call the offense from half court. Work it around to Randall. Over to Despacho. Jermaine for 3. Rattles out. Tap back. It'll be Despacho with it.
The old tap out for the rebound. Always a plus.
Randall with it up top. Now over to Delano, and you're going to get a hold down low with 6:12 remaining in the first half, 8-3 Deering.
I feel like Ben Onik has that like LeBron vibe going. Like you can't handle him down low, so you just got to grab on, like keep him grounded, you know?
Well, we'll see how this works out. In my estimation, in the old days anyway, usually what happens is when one team gets a heavy foul thing in the first half, the second half is a little different. That's all I'm going to say. And Onik cannot hit the free throw. But he gets the offensive rebound, which in this case just as important. Jermaine over to Delano. Back to Onik. Onik with the left hand, drives baseline, pull up. Could have called the foul. That one rolls out. Keniston with the rebound.
In and out.
Strong with it.
Right here.
St. Pierre to Keniston. Now on the block to Carson. Nice shot fake and the foul.
I said a 3, but I mean, we'll take it either way, right?
The old-fashioned three-point play or the three-point play?
Whichever.
Whatever you need.
4 points for Carson, though. I was the last game I did for the boys was the South Portland game, and before that, Colton Carson had 20 rebounds against Lawrence. So certainly not afraid to go up on the glass, but got to get those bunnies down.
Shots no good. Onik off the glass and in. And I would venture to say that the Oxford Hills faithful will tell you exactly how they felt about that. They thought there was an offensive foul there. There was not one called.
Just a little bit.
Down on the baseline, Dietrich in the ball game. He loses it. Picked up by Delano. He's going to push it back the other way. Off the glass. Can't get it to go. Kept alive by Mattinson. 5:18 remaining in the quarter.
Grafham's having a nice little chat with the referee. Probably talking about dinner after the game. There's that pressure again, Deering.
Vikings working it around. Record with it. Into the corner for Dietrich. Back to Record. Back up top to Lukska. Back to Record. Record down low to Carson. You're going to get a push down low on Tahinda. Excuse me. 4:47 remaining in the first quarter. In the first half, 10-5. Deering with the lead over Oxford Hills.
In the pregame interview, Coach Graffam said he thought they'd play a lot of zone against them. That was the first time I'd seen them in zone so far.
That ball stolen away from Carson. And nice step through there by Despacho. He can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, no good. And Ajayi gets the foul. 4:35 remaining in the first half. 10-5 Oxford, Deering over Oxford Hills.
They're going to give that one to Despacho on the foul. There's Loki Anda checking in for Deering, number 21.
That means Despacho out of the ball game. Carson swings it over. Now to Record. Now back to Strong. Back to Record. High post. Carson kicks it back out. Strong. 3. No good. Rebound tipped around. And kept alive. Record will end up with it. Carson out by the three-point line. Now to Record. Record with a nice shot fake. Over to Strong. Strong's going to keep shooting, and he can't quite get it to go down.
Nothing falling for the Vikings right now.
Back the other way. Germain can't get it to go. Rebound. Comes down to Labossiere. Strong with it. Gets cut off. Picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Record. 3:48 remaining in the first half. 10-5. Deering with the lead. High post, Carson, off the glass, no good. Gets the offensive rebound, taps it around, Germain with it. 3:35 remaining in the first half. Into the corner, Delano, jumper, no good. Rebound, offensive rebound, Onik. And he'll own that one. And it's 12-5 Deering.
He just skied for that one, over everyone.
3:20 remaining here in the first half. Carson gets it over to Record. Record picks up the dribble, in trouble. Back to Carson. Carson on the baseline. Tries to go up and under and gets it. 12-7 now. Deering with the lead over Oxford Hills. 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
Apparently he makes the difficult ones. That was not an easy layup there.
No. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Deering basketball on the baseline between the G and the S in Vikings. Germain has it, lost it, and got it back. He's going to keep that dribble with 2:55 remaining in the first half. 12-7, Deering over Oxford Hills. Delano, jumper, short, rebound into the hands of Carson.
Up ahead.
Nice play to Ajayi, and he gets the finish. That was a very good pass by Strong to Ajayi, and Todd Wing wants to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. It's the MBR Game of the Week from Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. Deering leads 12-9. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a coffee shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a copy shop to bring the heat.
Welcome back. Oxford Hills trailing 12-9 to Deering. Into the corner for St. Pierre. St. Pierre tries to get it down low to Keniston. He's going to go up. Shot's going to be blocked. Tapped around. Onik with the basketball. He gets it up ahead to Anda. Back out to Germain. Over to Delano. Into the corner for Onik. Around and out. Ajayi with a rebound. 2:05 remaining in the first half.
I feel like you gotta go up with some sort of double move when you're down that low with Onik in there.
Shot is missed down at the other end, and here comes Deering. Onik.
Back up top to Delano, 1:45 remaining. Deering working around on the outside. Onik, St. Pierre. People want the push off, and then you're going to get the foul called there with 1:28 remaining in the first half, and it's 12-9. Deering with the lead. And now Onik will go to the line to shoot a pair.
I love the collective hands thrown in the air by the Oxford Hills side. Onik trying to get his 13th and 14th point here. All 12 points he owns for Deering. Make that 13 points here in the first half. Carson's back in for Oxford Hills.
(13-9), Deering with the lead. A very low scoring first half. Onik's free throw, no good. Rebound comes down to St. Pierre.
St. Pierre needs to have a shot fall for him. Get a little confidence going.
Well, maybe get to the line and get some free throws. That's what a lot of these shooters don't understand. Carson with a nice step through and gets it to go. 13-11.
Carrying the load right now for Oxford Hills.
You know, it feels like Deering is on this entire first half, but Oxford Hills is only down by 2 with about a minute remaining here. That shot goes up, no good. A rebound comes down, that is no good. It was Randall, and down with it comes Carson. Carson lost it, goes out of bounds, and officials will say it goes to Deering, and that was not the right call. It went off of a Deering player.
Grafham's getting hot.
That went off of a Deering player. I don't get to.
Yeah, Onik was back there and he tried to intercept the pass.
Yeah, it went out of bounds off of him, but apparently the officials didn't see it. So they're going to load it in. 53 seconds remaining in the first half. 13-11, Deering with the lead. Jermaine's going to go back to center court and dribble it. He drives in, gets cut off.
Oxford Hills playing tough defense.
That's the name of the game. And then Delano is going to get called for the carry with 33 seconds remaining in the half, 13-11, and a Deering turnover.
Have they done away with the carry in the NBA?
You don't see it that often.
I feel like every point guard carries it every time up the court.
Every single one.
I know you're a Celtics guy, but Rondo was the worst.
Isaiah Thomas was actually the worst, but you know what? The absolute worst was Allen Iverson.
Oh, well, yeah. I'll give you that. That's because he didn't practice.
St. Pierre and Strong working around the perimeter. Under 20 seconds remaining here. St. Pierre back over to Strong. Back to St. Pierre. 10 seconds. Into the corner for Record. They're looking to get it down low to Carson. Luke's with it. 8 seconds. 3 seconds. St. Pierre, step back, blocked.
I think they're only going to give him 2, though. I think he had 1 foot inside the line.
0.7 seconds remaining in the first half, 13-11, and Chris St. Pierre will go to the line with a chance to tie it at the half.
This could be exactly what you were talking about, too. He sinks a couple free throws, sees it go in the bucket, comes out in the second half, and he's a streaky shooter, we know that.
Stay tuned at the end of the game for the Bessie Motors player of the game, as that free throw is good. I'd like to see him get that free throw by driving to the basket, but in that situation, he got fouled on the pull-up. What can you do?
Take them when you can get them.
And that one is good as well. They are giving him 3.
Wow.
I thought he was inside the line on that one. I guess that's a make-up call.
Like you said, as bad as it might have looked, Oxford Hills could go in ahead by 1 here at halftime.
Free throw is good. Less than a second remaining. Shot up and off the backboard. At the half, Oxford Hills leads 14-13. We will take a 4-minute break. You're listening to the Ox, 96.9 AM 1450, Sports Time, Maine AM 780. On your video stream, it's the MBR Game of the Week from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth. MBR Sport on YouTube, online or on demand at MBRradio.com. Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a coffee shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a coffee shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
Showed us the invoice of the car, took $1,000 off, showed us all the rebates. Everything was full disclosure. No other dealer would do that for us. I have had at least 5 that said that, almost verbatim.
Why don't you say that? There's nothing to hide in the commercials. I mean, it's all out there.
What's the website, Amber?
YankeeFord.com.
Marty?
YankeeFord.com.
Jay?
YankeeFord.com.
Burke?
YankeeFord.com.
I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure what the website is. I'm not getting it.
YankeeFord.com.
Yeah, sure. That might be it. Plus oil changes for as long as you own your car. Maine state inspections for as long as you own the car.
I think if you go to the website, the point is that we're going to have the lowest price in the market.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay you more for your used car. And when you come in here, we're going to pull the invoice and show you the cost. We're going to show you the rebates. We're going to be completely full disclosure.
Yeah.
Go ask the competitors to do that. They won't do it. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, there's no fine print at Yankee Ford. What was their website again?
YankeeFord.com.
Right.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
All aboard MBR.org, the place to get all your high school and amateur sports news and information. MBR.org is in high gear with Maine high school winter sports. Go to MBR.org to chat about your favorite team. Find the latest articles, travel news, and cancellations. Or visit their all-new and very popular team pages. MBR.org has everything you want to know about high school and amateur sports in Maine. Coming in February, all the high school tournament action at your fingertips 24/7. It's high school sports heaven. All aboard MBR.org.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center, Central Maine Orthopedics, OA Centers for Orthopedics, all play on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Winter People Athletics creates custom athletic apparel, including team uniforms and spirit wear. They support team sports programs by offering a variety of clothing and other merchandise which can be personalized with team logos, player numbers and names, and various other options. They can also provide innovative custom screen printing and embroidered apparel to create fun and engaging fan and booster items to sell for your team fundraising efforts. Call Steve Haynes, athletic apparel consultant, at 207-869-6019 or online at winterpeople.com.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered your calls 24/7, 365 days per year. Call now and talk to someone who cares. Get connected with programs for teens, men, women, LGBT, vets, or faith-based. Call 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166. Most insurance covers substance abuse, and you may have zero out-of-pocket costs. Call now for a free assessment. Find treatment that fits you or your loved one best, including teens and faith-based options that use proven gentle recovery techniques. You can get back on track. Call 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166. 800-646-1166.
And welcome back. It is halftime. 14-13, Oxford Hills leads at the half. I do have some scores from around the area for it. Of course, a reminder, we'll have the Bessie Motors Player of the Game. Bessie Motors Player of the Game. It's brought to you by Bessie Motors. Winner of that one gets a personal pan pizza to Doe's out on Route 26. That's just how that works.
If you haven't had it, go get it.
That's right. And if you haven't, I can't help you. That's really what it boils down to here.
You're missing out.
Edward Little is without Wal Mai Wen tonight. They are trailing Portland in the first half, 31-22 late in the first half there. Girls basketball, Madame Academy knocked off Erskine 60-26. Girls basketball, Hamden over Skowhegan 56-49. Bailey Donovan 16 points for the Hamden Broncos. Monmouth, Richmond 27-20 at the half. That's
both Hamden teams are tough this year.
They
boys
are.
And girls.
Usually, it's weird how that works sometimes, how it's up one, up, down the other, but this year both are up. Girls basketball at the half, Oak Hill leads Mountain Valley 24-14. Messalonsky defeats Mount Blue 62-31. At the half, your score between Portland and EL is Portland 34, Edward Little 32. Simon Chadbourne has 12 points and Teron Moss has 11 points for Portland. Darby Shea has 13 for Edward Little, and Eben Khalid has 8 for Edward Little. Second half on that one will be coming up momentarily. We'll try to keep you up to date on the games there. Also, I know Lewiston was in action as well. I will try to get you that score here really, really quickly. I think, and they are, in girls varsity basketball action, Lewiston leads Noble 26-22 at the half. For your Oxford Hills, Colton Carson has 8 points in the first half, I believe. What do we got for a scoring recap here?
Scoring recap, St. Pierre got 3 points at the very end of the second quarter. Colton Carson does have 8. He leads the Vikings. Jacob Ajayi has 2. Keniston has 1 on a free throw. And on the other side, a whole bunch of scorers, not so much. Ben Onick has all 13 points for Deering. So if you're, Oxford Hills, it might have seemed like Deering, like you said, dominated that first half, but they went into the locker room with a 1-point lead. And if Deering can't find anyone else to score the basketball, they may be in trouble.
Well, we'll see what happens here in the second half. I bet Coach Wing makes a few adjustments. My guess is someone else from Deering's going to score before this game is over. And if you're Oxford Hills, you got to take advantage of a lot of these close shots down low that you're missing. They're very close, and it's going to come back to bite them later on. This could very easily be a 10 to 12 point lead for Oxford Hills, the amount of close shots, up close shots, and point blank shots that they have missed here in the first half. We'll take a break. We'll be back. A reminder, we'll have the Bessie Motors Player of the Game for you at the end of this game, and the winner will get a personal pizza to Doe's out on Route 26. At the half, Oxford Hills leads 14-13 over Deering. Just a reminder, if you missed the big video of Ben Onick of the Deering Rams from MBR All-Star Weekend, you can check that out now, like MBR on Facebook, and you can see that right there. It's part of the MBR Spectrum Spotlight Series. We will take a 1-minute break, about a 1.5-minute break, and then we'll come back with second half action here on the Ox 96.9 AM 1450, Sports Time Maine AM 780, and on your video stream, MBR.org, MBR Sport on YouTube. Be notified as soon as we go live. We will be right back.
Winter People Athletics creates custom athletic apparel, including team uniforms and spirit wear. They support team sports programs by offering a variety of clothing and other merchandise which can be personalized with team logos, player numbers, and names, and various other options. They can also provide innovative custom screen printing and embroidered apparel to create fun and engaging fan and booster items to sell for your team fundraising efforts. Call Steve Haynes, Athletic Apparel Consultant, at 207-869-6019 or online at winterpeople.com.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Third quarter about to get underway here. On the Ox, 96.9 AM 1450. And on Sports Time Maine AM 780. It's the CMCC Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. On the video side of things, we're live from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth on MBR.org, MBRradio.com, and on the YouTube channel MBR Sport. Oxford Hills leads Deering right now, 14-13. We're about to get underway here in the second half.
I don't know what the Deering head coach is chatting up the ref over there about, but I think the refs just kind of had enough of it.
I think that happens from time to time. Deering basketball to start. That'll be Delano up top. Now to Germain. Looks like Oxford Hills coming out with a little trap here. Keniston gets it down low, and they force a turnover. St. Pierre ends up with it. Now he gets the ball back. St. Pierre's going to be key. Signed on to play at CMCC at the next level this week. Keniston down low. Kicks it out to Strong. Back up top to Lukska. Carson gets it around to Curl. Carson puts it on the floor with the left hand, gets cut off, kicks it back out to St. Pierre, and Oxford Hills will reset up 14-13, not in any rush. No shot clock, so they can take their time. Lukska with it, over to Strong. Strong hasn't found his shot yet. Keniston with it. Keniston back over to Lukska.
Good
Strong
patience by Oxford Hills.
with the basketball. St. Pierre now to Carson. Keniston down low, kicks it back out to Lukska. Now they're going to reset it for Carson. Carson fades and kicks it back out to Strong. Strong drives into the paint, up and around, and good. 16-13 Vikings.
Strong did that all day against South Portland, those acrobatic up and unders. I called them rondo shots the other day.
Well, if he can start getting his three-pointers down, all of a sudden he's going to become really, really tough to guard. Onek with another, a lot of folks want the push-off here. Lukska with solid defense, shot is missed, rebound comes down to Keniston. Potentially a huge game here for Oxford Hills. Strong, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Germain. Up ahead, Onek, and St. Pierre will go for the foul to avoid the dunkage, which probably would have been happening there.
That's why I said uh-oh, because I didn't realize St. Pierre was right there. This bar in front of me, I was like, okay.
Uh-oh.
Good job by fouling and not allowing him to get a shot up either by St. Pierre.
Lawrence girls knock off Tacoma. 61-49 was your score there. Onek at the free throw line. 6:16 remaining in the third quarter. 16-13 Oxford Hills. Onek, first free throw good.
Nice little glance over at the student section.
Little wink.
Trying to throw him off his game.
Thank you so much for the clapping. Free throw good.
2 more points for Onek.
16-15 now. And Germain, actually, Deering ends up with the basketball and the foul. Free throw was no good, and offensive rebound came down to Deering. Deering got it off the steal, pardon me. And nice play there by Ricky Despacho to set everything back up.
Yeah, I didn't see the exact. I think it was just off the inbound pass, but steal nonetheless. So someone else scored for Deering here. Despacho. I thought you said Gaspacho.
18-16 now, and that ball's going to go out of bounds. And Oxford Hills having a tough time inbounding it here with 6:07 remaining in the third quarter.
Same thing that South Portland did to them. They full court pressed in the second half, and Oxford Hills had a real hard time with it.
Over to Lukska into the corner for St. Pierre for three is good. 19-18 Vikings retake the lead in business, as Jim Ross would say, picking up. Germain, Onek down low. Pass is intended for Randall, but it goes into the Oxford Hills cheering section.
I think they're going to call Onek for a foul, honestly.
That would be the second foul on him if they did.
Yeah, they're calling him for a foul.
That'll be Onek's second foul. 5:48 remaining in the third quarter. 19-18 Oxford Hills with the lead.
Apparently he was out of control.
Carson gets it over the timeline. Keniston wide open off the glass, can't get it to go. Carson can't get the rebound.
Ball out of bounds, and it will stay with Oxford Hills.
Boy, I thought Keniston had an easy layup there. Onik did a real good job of flying over and getting a little piece of that ball.
Sometimes guys forget you got to have a little touch down low. Carson out to Strong. Strong drives in, stops, pops in the lane. That's going to be blocked, and the foul's going to be called on Delano. 5:35 remaining in the third quarter. 19-18 Vikings, and Strong will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Doing a nice little Steph Curry impersonation right there. Getting the foul, they're on the contact. Are they going to not let him shoot this right now?
It was in the act of shooting. I feel confident.
Are they going to call a jump ball, though?
No. That'll be the third foul, by the way, on Randall.
They're not letting him shoot.
Huh. Interesting.
He knew it was going to be good when Graffam scurried over.
It's a good word, scurry. I like that. St. Pierre over to Lukska. Carson inside the three-point line, being guarded by Onik. Puts it on the floor, kicks it out. Lukska out by the three-point line. Crossover, drives baseline, gets cut off by Delano. Strong with it. Being guarded by Despacho. He gets cut off. Oxford Hills very patient with the ball. 5:10 remaining in the third quarter. They lead 19-18 over Deering. Strong almost lost it, had to catch in the corner. Nice pass down low to Carson. Carson goes baseline, goes to use the glass, can't, has to save it. Saves it to Strong. Good block there by Onik.
Dangerous pass.
Strong keeps the basketball, gets it over to St. Pierre, now back over to Carson. Carson drives in, hands it off. Keniston tries to use the glass and can't get it to go. And St. Pierre looks like you're going to get an offensive foul called there on Jermaine with 4:40 remaining in the quarter.
Yeah, he did a good job of, establishing his position. I can't talk with this cold. Establishing his position. Foul's a little more even so far here in the third quarter, at least.
So far, anyways. Let's not jinx that.
I've done it before,
Strong. Over to St. Pierre, now to Carson. Carson with the basketball, drives in, gets cut off by Onek. He's picked up his dribble. Now he's going to put it on the floor to Keniston. Keniston goes through. He is going to get fouled. He'll shoot two. 4:19 remaining in the third quarter. Oxford Hills.
Good job by Keniston going up immediately. Just that, split second can make the difference between, someone like Onek getting a finger on it and getting the ball up.
Keniston's first free throw is good.
He is 2 for 2 from the line so far today.
20-18, Oxford Hills with the lead.
Look at all this scoring we have.
It's really picked up here. Second free throw rattles out. Offensive rebound comes down. Keniston with it, can't get it to go. Tapped out. Strong with the basketball. Long three. St. Pierre is good. Todd Wing wants to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the Ox and on MBR.org.
Showed us the invoice of the car, took $1,000 off, showed us all the rebates. Everything was full disclosure. No other dealer would do that for us. I have had at least 5 that said that, almost verbatim.
Why don't you say that? There's nothing to hide in the commercials. I mean, it's all out there.
What's the website, Amber?
YankeeFord.com.
Marty?
YankeeFord.com.
Jay?
YankeeFord.com.
Burke?
YankeeFord.com.
I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure what the website is. I'm not getting it.
YankeeFord.com.
Yeah, sure. That might be it. Plus oil changes for as long as you own your car. Maine State inspections for as long as you own the car.
I think if you go to the website, the point is that we're going to have the lowest price in the market.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay you more for your used car. And when you come in here, we're going to pull the invoice and show you the cost. We're going to show you the rebates. We're going to be completely full disclosure.
Yeah.
Go ask the competitors to do that. They won't do it. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, there's no fine print at Yankee Ford. What was their website again?
YankeeFord.com.
Right.
3:46 remaining in the third quarter. Oxford Hills leads Deering 23-18. Offensive rebound. Delano straight up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound Carson, and it's going to be Deering basketball because they're going to say Carson had his foot on the line.
Boy, Deering got what they wanted right there. Jermaine had a wide open three off the set play.
3:33 remaining in the quarter. I'll get the clock online set up here. Jermaine with the basketball. Strong with tough defense there.
Maybe
the third foul on Oxford Hills.
A little
too strong.
Too handsy. Full pun
too
intended.
handsy.
I think that was more of a body check, but, either way.
Jermaine will inbound it to Onik in the backcourt. Over to Despacho, now back over to Delano. Jermaine dribbles it on the floor to the left hand. Now Delano. Onik on the side. Onik's going to take a long three, short, rebound, St. Pierre. Oxford Hills with a 23-18 lead. 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. St. Pierre for three, no. And Carson thought about going after it and did not. It'll be Deering basketball with 2:55 remaining in the third quarter.
Was that a heat check?
That was definitely a heat check. Despacho down low to Onik, and he gets it to go.
Jai tried to get the foul called there, but
that was not happening on that one. 23-20, Oxford Hills lead.
Oh.
Three-pointer is good by record. And it's 26-20, just like that. 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. We'll take you know what? We'll just keep it right here. Because he only took a 30-second timeout with 2:31 remaining in the third quarter. Oxford Hills 26, Deering 20.
That was a pretty shot there by record. I don't know why they don't run more plays for him outside the arc.
Sometimes happens. Maybe not enough.
So as of right now, Onik has 17, 3 for Despacho. St. Pierre is taking the lead for leading scorer for Oxford Hills, 9 points so far. Colton Carson with 8 for the Vikings. And a crew of others chipping in, Ajayi, Keniston, Strong, and even Doucette. Or I'm sorry, Record, not Doucette.
Into the ball game is Blaze Vale for Deering. Delano with a quick pull-up. Can't get it to go. Rebound down to Keniston.
Yes, Blaze Vale, for those who are wondering, he has the neon green shoes. He wins for the Great Shoes Award today.
Also wins for Name Award as well. Almost turned over by Oxford Hills, but St. Pierre gets a basketball back. Labossiere in the ball game. Puts it on the floor with the left hand. Almost lost it for a second. Dribbles to the right. Dribbles to the left. Almost lost it. Delano all over him. And now you're going to get the 5-second call with 1:52 remaining in the third quarter. That'll be a turnover on Oxford Hills.
Got to admire the hustle there by Delano. Just relentless.
(26-20) Oxford Hills with the lead late in the third quarter. 1:50 remaining here. Delano with it. St. Pierre jumps out on him. Delano loses his dribble. St. Pierre on him. Back to Onik. 1:35 remaining. Onik drives the lane. Gets it down low to Vale. Vale puts it on the floor. Has to kick it out to Delano. Delano takes a couple of dribbles. Cutting Jermaine. Floats in. Blocked by Keniston. Vale with the rebound. Jermaine gets it back. Jermaine and Delano.
Both teams playing real good defense.
Onik from deep. Laser beam, no good. Rebound Record. St. Pierre gets it back. 1:09 remaining in the third quarter. 26-20, Oxford Hills. Strong drives in. Keniston jumper, no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Despacho. And a foul. Jump ball is going to be called there as Ajayi and Despacho fight over it with 1:01 remaining in the third quarter. And the possession arrow favors Oxford Hills. 26-20 Vikings.
Good hustle by Ajayi, not giving up on that.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Inbound play to Carson. He can't get it to go, and Carson going to call for the over the back because he went over the top of Vale. Vale had good position on the box out. 57.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 26-20 Oxford Hills. It'll be Deering basketball. Looking to get it down low to Onik. He's getting double teamed. Now they get it down low to Onik again. They kick it into the corner. That'll be Jermaine for three.
That's a big shot.
That is a huge shot. 26-23, three-point lead now for Oxford Hills. 35 seconds remaining in the corner. Record will back it out. Strong with it. Gets it back over to Lukska. Now to Dietrich. Carson with it, kicks it into the corner. Lukska can't get it to go. Rebound Dietrich. He bounces it around, puts it on the floor. Strong for three. Long. Rebound Vale. 12 seconds remaining in the quarter. Back the other way comes Deering. And you're going to get a travel call there on Despacho with 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and Oxford Hills with a three-point lead.
Hey, that's not bad. 9 seconds in the third. Our first travel call. Solid. Another sub coming in here. Nixoni Bushiri in for Deering, number 5.
Luke's is going to have to inbound it. Does. And foul will be called there. And no, they're going to call the foul on the floor, apparently. Second time.
What a shot, though.
Oxford Hills has gotten the call but has not awarded them free throws.
No continuation for Oxford Hills.
Strong into the corner, and they try to get to St. Pierre, and that is going to end the quarter. We'll take one break, about a minute. We'll be right back. It's a game of the week. Oxford Hills 26, Deering 23 on the Ox 9690 and 1450.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Welcome back. It's the MBR Game of the Week from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners Studios. Broadcast booth in this situation. Go to MBR Sport on YouTube and be notified as soon as we go live. Start of the fourth quarter here at Oxford Hills High School. Oxford Hills leads Deering in boys basketball action 26-23. St. Pierre, Strong, Carson, Keniston, Lukska on the floor for Oxford Hills. Onik, Germain, Despacho, Delano, and Randall for Deering. Just underway. Onik drives in, and Keniston is not going to draw a call. With 7:47 remaining in the fourth quarter, it'll be Deering basketball.
I'm trying to figure out if, Ben Onik is just so physical that, it looks like he's plowing people over, or is he just so physical that he's plowing people over?
I think that's what it is. Inbounded play, and there'll be a foul called. I think it'll be on Carson. 7:45 remaining in the regulation. 26-23 Vikings. To the line will go Ricky Despacho.
Obviously, he's not afraid to be physical as a basketball player, especially, an inside player. You got to be that way.
First free throw is no good, as the crowd will tell you.
I just heard a ball don't lie over here.
Happens. Colton Carson's going to take a seat. Got a little breather. And that is no good. Back the other way comes Oxford Hills, up by 3. Strong at the timeline. Splits the pressure, but then loses it, and then Lukska gets it back. Gets it over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre into the corner for Record. Back to Strong, back to Record. Looking to get it down low for Keniston. Said Record will skip past it over to St. Pierre. 26-23 Vikings, 7:20 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Interesting, they switched Onik to cover St. Pierre.
Three-pointer for St. Pierre, no good. St. Pierre follows a shot, gets it to Keniston on the block, 28-23. He'll get fouled. Shot's no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. 26-23, Oxford Hills over Deering. I prematurely assumed he would make that layup. Premature.
No continuation, Matty.
Little premature there.
Good hustle by St. Pierre, though, to keep it alive. I love seeing, especially at the high school level, kids following their shot.
First free throw, no good. Free throws, layups. Oxford Hills loses this game. They will look back on the free throws and layups.
He was perfect from the line before that one.
I thought he missed the last one.
Did he?
Thought he did anyway.
I had him 2 for 2.
7:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. 27-23, Oxford Hills over Deering. Onik with the basketball. Drives it down low. Lost it for a second, gets it back into the corner. Lukska on him. Onik for three. It's good.
He just shot that like, maybe I should.
Lukska tries to get it up ahead, and it's picked off by Delano. Keniston tries to pick it off and actually ends up in the hands of Strong. Up ahead to Record. He almost lost it. Got it back. Little helter-skelter pace. Strong with a floater is no good with 6:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. Scott Graffam wants to take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout on the radio. We'll keep it live for the video here on the Ox, 96.9 AM, 1450.
Boy, back and forth on that. A little, like you said, helter-skelter.
Helter-skelter.
So as of right now, 3, 5, 6. Onik is up to 20 points. Jermaine has 3. Despacho has 3. Jermaine only a sophomore.
Boys,
Onik only a junior. Go ahead. Sorry.
Boys basketball in the third quarter, 55-44. Portland leads Edward Little.
You said that was without?
Yes. Noble boys fall to Lewiston, 52-47.
That's a better game. I saw the Portland score, Portland Noble.
It is the MBR Game of the Week from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth on the video side of things. MBR Sport on YouTube to be notified when we go live. On the radio side of things, CMCC Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on the Ox 96.9 AM 1450 and Sports on Maine AM 780. Onik drives in, and Keniston draws the offensive foul. No bucket. 27-26 Vikings. 6:24 remaining in the fourth quarter.
We got one.
I think finally you're going to take that same spot and that same move each time. That's what you're going to have to do. And Oxford Hills is going to take a quick timeout, it looks like. 27-26.
I need to find the mother that's in front of us because she's super vocal and I love it.
We'll take one break, 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
All aboard MBR.org, the place to get all your high school and amateur sports news and information. MBR.org is in high gear with Maine high school winter sports. Go to MBR.org to chat about your favorite team. Find the latest articles, travel news, and cancellations. Or visit their all-new and very popular team pages. MBR.org has everything you want to know about high school and amateur sports in Maine. Coming in February, all the high school tournament action at your fingertips 24/7. It's high school sports heaven. All aboard MBR.org.
6:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. Oxford Hills 27, Deering 26.
We get a barn burner here. St. Pierre still the leading scorer for Oxford Hills right now, 9 points. Closely by Carson with 8, but Carson hasn't. He scored all of his points in the first half.
Lukska gets it into Record, and Owen goes to save it, but he steps out of bounds. 6:18 remaining in the quarter. Oxford Hills have to inbound it. All sorts of pressure here from Deering.
See how Oxford Hills responds to it.
Inbounded to Strong. St. Pierre for three. No. Keniston rebound. And that thought it was going to go to the backcourt, but it got tipped.
Oh.
Todd Wing thought otherwise.
Not the case.
I was waiting for the whistle.
There was no whistle. Apparently they thought it was deflected. I would say both sides have valid concerns tonight.
Valid
concerns.
Keniston had great position down low.
Lukska almost lost it. Wasn't expecting the pass. Got it back. 27-26 Vikings. 5:40 remaining in the quarter. Keniston with a beautiful move to the hoop. 3-point lead for the Vikings. 29-26. 5:30 remaining in the quarter.
Nice move there.
Despacho. We're going to call for the 5 seconds, and that'll be a Deering turnover.
So I feel like the 5-second call, like I feel like is it kind of subjective? Like how does if you're not making a move forward?
Well, if you're not going to have, to me, if you're not going to have a shot clock, you need to have that 5-second clock.
Right.
So that's just kind of how that goes. It is kind of a subjective call, though, sometimes.
Uh-oh.
That was a rough pass. Onik picks it off, gets it into the front court, is not going to be able to dunk it. Good play by Record to get back and cut it off. Jermaine with it. Over to Delano. 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth. 29-26 Vikings. Into the corner, Despacho drives in, and that'll be an offensive foul on Despacho.
That's 2 in a row for Keniston.
Keniston drops another one.
Taking the charge.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do to win.
Absolutely.
You got to get these heel points of your Oxford Hills. If you want to get into the top 6, you want to go ahead of Chevrolet.
You need these big W's.
I would say Coach Wing does not agree. Is not in agreement with the officials on that one. Not even a little. 29-26, 4:44 remaining in the fourth quarter. Oxford Hills with a 3-point lead over Deering. St. Pierre drives in, kicks it out. Strong for 3. Good!
Strong.
6-point lead for the Vikings. And now you're going to get a blocking foul on Strong. little too strong there.
How strong?
Too strong. Delano inbound, and then it's going to be a backcourt violation.
A little bit of a mental lapse there. I think he forgot where he was for a second. You can give that one to the crowd over here.
I'd say the Oxford Hills 6-man going strong tonight.
Oh, they had St. Pierre wide open.
Now he is wide open again for 3. No good. A little too wide open. Rebound Onik. Down low, Keniston bats it away, and Strong's going to end up with a basketball. Good tough defense there is Delano's pass. He got caught up in the air. Strong dribbles, keeps his dribble, and dribbles it back out to center court. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Vikings lead by 6, 32-26 over Deering. Big game for Oxford Hills here tonight. Strong being guarded by Delano. Now it'll go to Labossiere, back to St. Pierre. Record with it. He drives baseline, gets cut off, gets it back to Strong. 3:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Into the corner for Keniston. Keniston back over to Strong in front of the Oxford Hills bench. Back to Record. St. Pierre with the basketball. Down low to Keniston, and you're going to get an offensive foul on Keniston using the elbow as he got Junior Butera right in the kisser.
That was quite the elbow shiver right there.
Into the ball game comes Nixoni Bushiri.
Probably he wins for, I don't know. He gives Vale a run for the coolest name.
He also has the rockin' man bun there.
Yeah.
So Jermaine down low to Onik. Onik drives baseline, goes up, and the foul's going to be called. 32-26, Oxford Hills leads Deering with 3:12 remaining in the fourth quarter, and Onik will go to the line to shoot a pair. Both teams now in the bonus.
Smart play there by Deering. Get him down low. Obviously, he can score, but put him on the line, get a chance to score points without any time coming off the clock.
Onick's first free throw, good.
Yes, the clapping doesn't faze Mr. Onick, apparently. .21 on the night so far. Make that 22. More trap.
And almost lost it. Strong with it. Up ahead, St. Pierre. Lay-in is good. Good press break there by the Vikings. Back up to a 6-point lead. Approaching 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Germain carries it over, tries to get to Onick, gets it back, and gets the ball back up and in. Very fortunate bounce there for Deering. Over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre drives sideline, gets over the top there to the half court and past half court. Carson back in the ball game. 2:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. 34-30. Oxford Hills leads Deering in a surprisingly low-scoring game. For Oxford Hills, this might be the way you're going to have to win moving forward. Lukska being guarded closely by Germain. Now gets it over to Carson. Carson hands it off to Strong. Strong with a crossover, goes in, loses it, lost it, got it back, lost it, and that's going to be Bushiri with a nice hand steal there. He goes up ahead, kicks it into the corner, or kicks it over to the side for Despacho. Germain with the basketball, shot no good, gets his rebound, and just like that, Oxford Hills down to a 2-point lead. Bushiri steals it from Oxford Hills. They try to get it down low. Outside, Germain kicks it over to Despacho. Under 2 minutes remaining. Blocked by Carson, but Onick ends up with the basketball, and Deering just tied it at 34 with 1:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. Timeout, Oxford Hills. We'll be right back here on the Ox, Sports Time Maine, and on MBR.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
7:46 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Deering and Oxford Hills Deering and Oxford Hills are all tied at 34. My goodness. That one just got stuck there, and it was like, hi, I'd like you to come out now. If you would just come with me.
Oxford Hills, spell it out, Hills.
6-0 run here for the Rams here in the last minute or so to cut this lead that was at 34-28 down to 34-34.
Bashiri had 2 key steals in that transition, and Germain had 2 big shots down low even, so...
Big-time defense. Carson will inbound it and gets it in and gets it back. Luke's got the timeline back to Carson. Carson puts it on the floor, gets it over the timeline. Luke's with the basketball. Now he's going to get double-teamed. Over to Keniston. Keniston gets it down low to Record. St. Pierre had it. Oxford Hills lost it. Bushiri took it away. Record in the corner. Down low, Carson wide open, and he's going to get fouled. He had a wide open layup, but he did the shot fake, expecting to get blocked. Now he's going to put the pressure on himself at the line, tied at 34 with 1:24 remaining in the fourth quarter. Foul's going to be on Junior Butera.
Yeah, St. Pierre had what looked like an open 3, but passed it up for the higher percentage shot, so to say.
And free throw no good.
I'd like to see a little more follow-through on that, maybe.
A little bit. This, of course, is where it becomes a 1-point game. Free throw's good.
Number 9 on the point total for Carson.
Germain with the basketball, gets cut off, kicks it back out. Three-pointer is no good. Off the back iron by Bushiri. Rebound comes down to Carson. 35-34 Oxford Hills. Approaching a minute remaining.
Still staying with that trap.
Lukska to Record. Now back over to St. Pierre. And with 58 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, Scott Grafham's going to call a timeout.
He had Strong over, getting ready to check in. Maybe he's putting his better free throw shooters out there. I mean, are you preparing for that with 58 seconds to go?
might be
There's
the way
no
to
shot
go
clock,
here.
you know, so
You also want to make sure that you've got somebody that can handle the ball, just in case. Final in girls varsity basketball, Lewiston 61, Noble 51. Devils improved to 4-4 on the year.
that's double their win total last year.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
They're doing well. Reminder, we got the Bessie Motors Player of the Game for you tonight. Winner of that one will get a personal pan pizza to Doe's out on Route 26.
It was going to be you until you couldn't pronounce Hills.
Right.
So we took it away.
Yeah, I'm losing my pizza is what happens. Happens. Oxford Hills comes out of the timeout. They lead by 1. Lukska will inbound against Onik. Not the easiest way to do it. And it's picked away. Delano with the steal. Deering with the basketball. Down 1. Germain drives in. Short. Rebound. Carson. Strong with the basketball. Gets it to Record. Record gets it over the timeline. Pushes it ahead to Lukska. Now St. Pierre with it with 40 seconds remaining. 35-34 Oxford Hills. Germain tried to tap it away. No foul called. It looks like Deering was actually purposely trying to foul there, and the official was not having it.
I thought Germain was trying to foul there, too.
31 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Vikings lead by 1, and this is where you are going to win it or lose it at the free throw line.
Spencer Strong has not been at the free throw line yet today.
That free throw's good.
Makes the all-important first one.
36-34 now.
He now has 6 points on the day.
That is also good. Approaching 30 seconds remaining here. 3-point lead for Oxford Hills. Germain, pull up, no good. Rebound, Carson. Carson's going to push it back the other way. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to St. Pierre, gets it over the timeline. And foul will be called with 17 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. 37-34, Oxford Hills in the lead over Deering. And if St. Pierre can hit it here at the free throw line, that is going to be a big win for the Oxford Hills Vikings.
I don't know about the other end there, Jermaine. I mean, you got Onik, who can really do inside-outside.
And the all-important free throw to make it a 4-point game. And now the all-important free throw to guarantee that it is not a one-possession game, because there's still 4-point plays in basketball.
We've seen crazier.
Onik with it. Crossover. Pull back. Good. 39-37 with about 7 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Deering down by 2. Oxford Hills up by 2. And it is never easy. Ever.
Never. This crowd was going nuts. That 3 went in, and it was dead silent.
And that was just a quick step back, crossover, drop back. You know what I mean? That's one of those things that you tell the kid, I don't want you shooting that shot. Okay, great, good shot.
But then when they make it, it's
Yeah,
the
it's
best
like,
shot in the
oh,
world.
hey.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Bessie Motors Player of the Game will be named after this one.
We got a
Oxford Hills
couple
has to
front
get this
runners.
in. We do have a couple front runners. I think I know who I'm looking at. I think you're looking at the same person.
Probably. No, it is not you, Tyler.
If only.
So, you got the schedule up there?
I do.
Who does Oxford Hills have on tap?
Actually, you know what? I don't have that schedule on me.
My bad.
Thanks, though. I can tell you who Deering has. They've got Deering at South Portland tomorrow, actually.
Ah. Second game of back-to-back.
5 seconds remaining, and St. Pierre will get fouled with 3 seconds remaining. Oxford Hills up 2.
And these free throws will probably decide the game.
St. Pierre.
No drama intended here.
St. Pierre 2 for 2 on his last trip to the line.
No good.
Are you missing this one, or are you making it?
I'm missing it, but I don't know how many timeouts Deering has.
Well,
40-37, and Deering will take a timeout.
They have at least one.
Now, this is not the NBA. They're not going to get that timeout and get to move the ball up to half court. So you're not going to deal with that. That's not going to happen here.
Are you keying on anybody other than Onik right now?
I would watch out. The one guy I would watch out for here would be Bushiri.
He did throw up a 3.
I think you could also look at Butera if he's on the floor. He's done some stuff for them today. Jermaine as well. Jermaine's been looking for a shot, so if he gets the ball here, he's going to have no problem shooting it. I'll have the Bessie Motors player of the game for you there later.
Oxford Hills has no fouls to give either, so no fouls. Maybe you just go into the no threes.
I think that's what I would do. Let him drive to the basket and then don't foul him. No silly fouls.
No silly fouls. I mean, they're going to go the whole length of the court. Might as well guard the three-point line.
Possession arrow favors Oxford Hills. 40-37 they lead. Delano will inbound. Jermaine fires off the bank and doesn't go down.
Wow.
Good look. Shot didn't go down. Oxford Hills with the victory. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on the Ox, Sports Time Maine, and at MBR.org.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Showed us the invoice of the car, took $1,000 off, showed us all the rebates. Everything was full disclosure. No other dealer would do that for us. I have had at least 5 that said that, almost verbatim.
Why don't you say that? There's nothing to hide in the commercials. I mean, it's all out there.
What's the website, Amber?
YankeeFord.com.
Marty?
YankeeFord.com.
Jay?
YankeeFord.com.
Burke?
YankeeFord.com.
I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure what the website is. I'm not getting it.
YankeeFord.com.
Yeah,
sure.
that might be it. Plus oil changes for as long as you own your car. Maine State inspections for as long as you own the car.
I think if you go to the website, the point is that we're going to have the lowest price in the market.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay you more for your used car. And when you come in here, we're going to pull the invoice and show you the cost. We're going to show you the rebates. We're going to be completely full disclosure.
Yeah.
Go ask the competitors to do that. They won't do it. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah, there's no fine print at Yankee Ford. What was that website again?
YankeeFord.com.
Right.
Full Court Press is on your team. Full Court Press is more than just a coffee shop. Some of their print services include color copies, black and white copies, posters, bindings, calendars, cards, business cards, and every door direct mail. They're located at 855 Main Street in Westbrook. Call them today at 207-464-0002 or request an estimate, place an order, and much more on their website at fullcourtpress.biz. That's fullcourtpress.biz. When you need a coffee shop to bring the heat, it's time to hire Full Court Press.
Welcome back to the postgame show. Oxford Hills pulls off the big upset, 40-37 over Deering. Big heel point win here for the Vikings, much needed if they want to continue playing into February. Matt Beltwell, Nick Perry with you here on the Ox 96.9 AM 1450 and on Sports Time Maine AM 780. Video stream can be found at MBR Sport on YouTube, online at mbrradio.com or at mbr.org. We'll give you the Bessie Motors player of the game in just a moment. And Nick, I'll let you do the scoring recap here.
All right, for Deering, 3 points for Despacho, 7 for Germain, and a big old 27 for Ben Onik. And for your Vikings, Garrett Record with a 3, 7 for Spencer Strong. We have 5 for Atreyu Keniston. Jacob Ajayi with 2, 9 points for Colton Carson, and Mr. Chris St. Pierre leading the way with 14, and 12 of those were in the second half.
Well, there you go. And again, your final score, Oxford Hills 40, and the Deering Rams 37.
Let's give
That's
out
your
some
final.
pizza.
And your Bessie Motors player of the game, Chris St. Pierre. How many points again for Mr. St. Pierre?
14
points.
and 12 in the second half.
And I thought there were key points in the second half. They needed that offensive output there. He got to the free throw line in the first half, and Oxford Hills comes away with that. So Chris St. Pierre is your Bessie Motors player of the game. He will win the personal pan pizza to Doe's out on Route 26. Again, big time heel points win here for the Oxford Hills boys. They beat Deering 40-37 in basketball action, and we'll be back at it again soon. Like the Ox on Facebook or go to mbrradio.com for a full schedule. Again, that wraps it up. Oxford Hills 40, Deering 37. Chris St. Pierre, your Bessie Motors player of the game. We'll catch you next time here on the Ox in Sports Time Maine, AM 780, and from the Spectrum Healthcare Partners broadcast booth at mbrradio.com. Want to watch a replay? Find it on YouTube, MBR Sport. You can be notified as soon as we go live. We'll catch you next.